In this video, I'm going to show you 3 ways to become a highly paid world-class speaker. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and turn on the bell notifications so you don't miss out on all the new videos that I create on business, entrepreneurship, marketing, sales, and different ways to create income streams. So if you have a very powerful message to share and you feel frustrated that you can't get your message out there because no one's hired you to speak, you're not getting paid to speak, and you just feel locked up like you're Mariah Carey with this amazing voice, but no one's ever heard you sing before. Listen, I understand how you feel. When I first started off in this industry, no one hired me, no one would pay me to speak, and it was so hard for me to get my message out to the world. But now I'm flying all around the world, I get paid highly to speak, and I get to impact thousands and thousands of lives all around the world. I'll share with you what these 3 things are right now. So 3 of the things that I did was, number 1, contact and get in touch with a lot of promoters and network my way to the big stages. Number 2 is I wrote a book. So if you write a book, you become the authority in your industry. And number 3 is I got a lot of stage time. There is no substitute for stage time. So let's go into these 3 right now. Okay, so the first one, getting in touch with big promoters. Well, you don't have to go with a big promoter straight away. You can go with the small promoters and then work your way up. But I just went straight to the top, and it takes a little while. It took 2 years to get that gig, but that was the one thing. If you look at any speaker, it's kind of like singer or an actor. They get that one break in their career that makes them an international superstar. And so one of the things I did is I registered for a lot of events that are within my industry, and then I wanted to see who actually put on all these events within that industry. And so I would make sure I contact the person, I added them on LinkedIn, I would get in contact with them, and then I would start some kind of conversation. I would say something like, so what's the one, and when I contact them, I'd always find out what their number 1 problem was, and I'd always try and help with that problem. And I can tell you, one of the big promoters that I work with, and this is the small thing that I did, I asked them, what's your biggest problem? They said, well, one of our biggest problem is promoting our event into this industry because they never had this industry before. So I took their message and I promoted it into the industry, and it got massive distribution. And because of that, the next time they had the event on, they invited me as a keynote speaker. So that's one of the most powerful ways to become world class, because the big stages, you always have other speakers who are also world class speakers. And when you, for example, when I shared the stage with people like Richard Branson, Tony Robbins, Bill Clinton, James Caan, Alan Sugar, all these big names, my brand was associated with them, and so therefore I got invited to speak at other big stages. So the second thing that I did is I wrote a book. Now, when you write a book, you have different positioning. What happens is when you write your book, for example, my book, I was published by Wiley Publishing, and it sold thousands and thousands and thousands of copies. So my words that I speak was actually now put into a book in written terms, and people who would consume the book, and it would spread. And so now promoters would read the book and they go, wow, this guy's really good at business and entrepreneurship. So anytime they look for someone to do with business or entrepreneurship, my name would come up, and that's how I get hired to speak. And the thing is, when you are an author as well, you tend to charge more money than people who are not an author, because it just gives you that extra positioning. So if you want to become a world-class speaker, add becoming an author to a title, and that will enhance your speaking career. And also, if you look at all the world-class speakers around the world who speak all around the world, they are also best-selling authors as well. Okay, so the last thing I do is all about stage time. You've got to practice, 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 practice. They say that it takes 10,000 hours to become a master. So one of the things you want to do is contact all the organizers, and you want to offer to speak for free to start with. And the reason why you want to do this is you want to get used to being on stage, you want to get used to people seeing you, and when you create a massive impact, those people will tell other people, and therefore you build a brand of speaking about your topic. And again, when I first started, I would practice in my hotel rooms. I would practice, literally every single minute I could. There was one event that I did with 10,000 people. I practiced every single day for 6 months for 1 hour. And I just nailed that speech because I just knew it inside out. Because when it's internalized, then you can add your flavor on top. It's kind of like an actor gets a script. So you read the script, and then you come off script, because you can put your emotion on top, and that's where your charisma comes from. So there is no substitute for stage time. So make sure you focus on stage time. So there you have it. The 3 things are: find a promoter, write a book and get lots of stage time. Now, if you've enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up, make sure you subscribe. And also, if you've got any questions about what I've talked about, then leave a comment below and I'll do my very best to personally answer your comment. Bye for now.